Hi everyone, so here is our lecture for the guided exercises. Kindly get your guided exercise copy kasi I am not able to flash the problems here. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we have problem 1. It's actually about a contingent asset. If it's really a contingent asset, let's see. So, ABC ko is involved in a tax dispute. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng, siguro, na alert ni BIR. Okay, ABC has wrongfully paid taxes and is claiming for refund of the taxes it has previously paid. So, nag-report na masyadong marami yung kanilang naibayad. So, sala siguro yung assessment o di kaya naman claiming for tax refund. As of December 31, 20X1, ABC's legal counsel was very confident that ABC will be able to recover the tax refund amounting to 10 million in the coming year. What is the entry to recognize the probable receipt of the tax refund? So, ikaw ba ay nakinabang dito sa tax refund? Yung kasi ang tanong, if ang sagot mo yes, this should be an asset. Okay? If yes ang sagot mo, if no ang sagot mo, ba't hindi ka makikinabang sa tax refund? Nakatipid ka na nga sa pagbabayad ng tax, diba? So, ibig sabihin, asset mo yan. Okay? Tax refund siya. Ngayon, let's go back to our theories regarding assets. Okay? Contingent assets. When will it be recognized? Is it if it is virtually certain na merong papasok na economic benefits, if it's probable, okay, if it's possible, or if it's remote. Okay? So, yan yung 4 na levels of uncertainty. Now, let's look at the problem again. Tingnan natin kung virtually certain. When you say virtually certain, 100% sure si legal counsel na may babalik sa kanila yung pera. Okay? Look at the problem. The legal counsel was very confident that ABC will be able to recover the tax refund. Is it 100% sure siya? Sa tingin mo? Confident lang siya, pero sure ba siya? 100%, mamatay man. Okay? So, you cannot say that it is virtually certain na inapprove maybe ng BIR, okay, syempre, tax dispute, so BIR, you're not sure that the BIR has agreed with the decision ng tax refund. Okay? So, confident lang si legal counsel na ibabalik. Pero, hindi pa naman sinasabi ni BIR na yes, ibabalik namin. So, virtually certain, 100%, no. Let's look at the probable. Okay? Probable, sabi, most likely than not. Okay? Ibig sabihin, mas malaki yung percentage na matatanggap niya. Okay? Anong sabi ni legal counsel? Confident daw siya na may papabalik. Okay, not 100% sure na may papabalik, pero most likely mapapabalik siya. Confident eh. So, pumasok siya dito sa probable. So, ano nga uli kapag probable ang isang asset? Okay, recognition of a certain asset, contingent asset. Okay, will it be recognized or will it be disclosed? We will only disclose. Disclosure lang. Disclosure only. Okay? Pag pumatak sa virtually certain, this is not a contingent asset. This is already an asset. If pumatak siya sa virtually certain. If probable siya, okay, and it can be reliably measured, yung amount, okay, so, pumapatak siya sa contingent asset. Okay? Magkano ba yung reliably measured amount? Sabi dyan, 10 million in the coming year. Okay? So, disclosure lang. Wala kang i-recognize na asset. Okay? So, I hope that's clear, this problem 1. Okay? Clear? Clear ba? Clear? Wow, ganda sulat ko dito. Dapat pala naka-brush na ganun lang lagi. Anyway. So, next, we have number 2. In 20X1, there was a robbery in one of the ABC's branches. There has been a dispute on the 100 million insurance claim that ABC has presented to the insurance provider. So, siguro ito ay jewelry shop kasi insured yung mga yung mga items niya, tapos nagkaroon ng nakawan, okay? So, yon. On December 31, 20X1, the insurance company approved the payment of 80% of the ABC's claim. Okay, 80 million. ABC received a letter of the settlement check for the amount that has been mailed, but such check was received only on January 5, 20X2. But it's the entry to be made by ABC on December 31, 20X1. Okay, this is insurance claims. So, insurance claims is actually insurance claims. Okay? Pag na-receive, ano ba yan? Nawawala. Pag nare-receive mo yan, nakikinabang ka. Okay? So, actually, this is an asset. Okay? Asset siya. Okay? Ngayon, tatanong natin, is it a contingent asset or an asset? Okay? So, let's go back. Is it virtually certain na matatanggap mo? 100%. Sige nga, balikan mo. Anong sabi ng insurance provider? Naipadala na daw niya yung bayad. Ibig sabihin, approved na naipadala na. Hindi pa lang nare-receive. So, ibig sabihin, 100% virtually certain. Dito pa lang, pwede ka na mag-assume na it is actually an asset. It is not a contingent asset kasi sure na sure ka, sure 100% ka na matatanggap mo. Okay? So, yon. Kasi na-approve na mismo ng third party. Okay, so how do we record this? You record this kasi asset siya. Ano yung matatanggap mo? Pera, di ba? Okay, kailan mo daw siya matatanggap? Kailan mo natanggap? Yung check January 5. Ang tanong, December 31. Okay, pag December 31 ang tanong, ibig sabihin, hindi mo pa natatanggap yung cheque, pero alam mo na, kasi natanggap mo na yung letter na may matatanggap ka, ay di mag-recognize ka na claims receivable. Okay? O kaya receivable. Okay? Yan, debit claims receivable, and syempre, meron kang gains. Okay? On settlement of insurance. Settlement of insurance. Yan. In the amount of 80 million. 80 million. Again, claims receivable. Why? Kasi natanggap mo pa lang siya noong January 5. Okay? Good as cash na natanggap mo noong January 5. However, you were asked December 31 na journal entry. Okay? By year end. Alam mo na, yung December 31, pinadalhan ka ng letter na on the way na yung cheque. Pero hindi mo pa natatanggap. Pero 100% sure kang, yun na yun. Kasi yun na, nakapangalan na sa'yo Okay, kaya recognize a receivable. Ganon lang mga bebe. Okay, so yan. Okay, next. We have, if I'm not mistaken, this is regarding, yan ba yung transport? Tamo, hindi ko hawak ang aking ano. Yes, it's problem 3 is regarding transport services. Okay, let's just add a new say. Okay, so we have ABC co-engages in transport services. Past experience shows that ABC incurs around 100 million a year in accident-related lawsuits. Can ABC accrue a year-end provision for accident-related lawsuits that can happen in the next accounting period? Okay, guys. Hi. Nakakatawa yung ba? Pero this is for us to make sure na naiintindihan nyo yung concept. Okay? Ang tanong is, pwede na ba mag-accrue ngayon ng provision for accident-related lawsuits? Ibig sabihin, pinaghahandaan mo na yung mga mangkakaso sa iyo next year. Yung pambabayad mo sa mga danyos next year. Kasi na-estimate mo na 100 million ka every year. Okay? So, sa tingin nyo, okay? Para malaman nyo, you do the first question. Is there a present obligation? These questions are the criteria in recognizing a provision. So, is there a present obligation? May obligasyon ka na ba? Wala pa, di ba? Ina-assume mo pa lang na meron, pero wag naman ganun. wag naman masyadong assumeran ng taon. Okay? So, No, there is no present value. Okay, next. So next we have, is there a probable outflow? Probable outflow, ibig sabihin, most likely than not, maglalabas ka ng pera. Wala pa, di ba? Okay? Wala pa eh. Wala pa naman ang kakaso sa 80, wala pa. Okay? Can it be reliably measured? Reliably measured. Wala. Best, mga best. Wala. Hindi mo naman best estimate mo yung 100 million eh. Nag-conclude ka lang na 100 million siya. Okay? So, syempre, the answer sa tanong, can you accrue? No. A big no. You cannot accrue kasi dito pa lang, sumala ka na. Di ba dapat daw all of the criteria dapat ay check? Ay dito ka pa lang sumalak ka na. Di dapat sumagot ka na ng no agad. If you can accrue. Ana? So, yan. Ganun lang mga besh. So, tandaan nyo itong tatlong to. This will be your guides. Okay? Next. ABC co-engages in transport services as of year-end. There is a pending lawsuit, yan, kinasuhan na, filed against ABC regarding an accident that happened during the year. It is probable that ABC will lose the lawsuit and pay around 10 million in damages. Grabe naman. Should ABC accrue a provision for the estimated probable loss on the lawsuit? Okay, unang tanong, meron bang present obligation? The answer is, nakabangga siya eh, kinasuhan siya. So, yes. Okay. Next. Is it probable? Linaw. Malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw. Probable outflow, sabi nga eh, it is probable that ABC will lose the lawsuit. Okay, so sure na sila. Most likely than not, talo sila sa kaso. So, yes. And then, syempre, reliably measured. Okay, dito pa lang, kita mo na, di ba? Na ang babayaran daw niya is 10 million estimated. Okay, so, yes, of course. So, ibig sabihin, sa tanong, should ABC accrue a provision? The answer is, yes. Kasi lahat ng criteria ay check. Okay? Ganun lang. Dali lang siya. Okay? Nasa recognition pa lang tayo, ha? Wala pa tayo sa computation. Okay? Next. ABC co-engages in transport services. An accident happened during the year. However, as of year-end, no lawsuit is yet to be filed against ABC. It is not expected that a lawsuit will be filed against ABC, and there's no reliable estimate for a loss on lawsuit that may be incurred. Okay. Meron daw na aksidente daw, pero wala daw nalapit para kasuhan. Okay? So, actually, ang tanong, is there a present obligation? Okay? So, dahil naka-aksidente siya, remember your, obligation. Okay? Actually, pumapasok siya sa ano ba yan? Quasi-delix, if I'm not mistaken, or solution indemnity. Although solution, so, kung ikaw ay nakabangga, may obligasyon ka. Okay? May obligasyon kang puntahan, tulungan yung iyong nabangga, okay? Bayad danyos, at hindi mo kailangan maghintay para kasuhan ka. Okay, so, present obligation. We may say that this is yes. Okay? Yes, even though there is no, legal or constructive na given sa problem. Okay? Pero kung titingnan mo, in the sense of humanity, there is, pero pagdating sa legal or constructive obligation, if hindi ka tumutulong ever since, sa legal kasi, wala pang nagkakaso sa iyo. Sa constructive, if ever since tumatakbo ka na sa mga nababangga mo, malamang you have no obligation. Okay? So, yan yung sides, two perspective on this. Okay? Doon tayo sa probable. Sabi sa problem, hindi mo ma-assure kung magkano yung danyos na babayaran mo. So, dito pa lang, not sure ka na. So, this is no. Okay? Diyan pa lang sala ka na. So, if yung tinanong is, can you accrue? Sagot agad, no. Kasi ito pa lang, sumala ka na. Okay? Number 3, reliably measured. So, sa pag-reliably measured, syempre, sinabi na sa problem, hindi daw din sure. Okay? So, yan. No. Okay? So, no talaga. No. No, no, no. Okay. So, that's the recognition of a provision, yung circumstances lang. Okay? Let's go to computation. Don't save. Okay. We have in 20X1, ABC Co. received a court order requiring the cleanup of environmental damages caused by one of ABC's factories. So this is environmental damages, ha? ABC has no other realistic alternative but to comply with the court order. Ibig sabihin, if may court order na, you have a present obligation due to legal means kasi you were summoned by court. Other entities have incurred around 15 million for similar claim. Oh, may best estimate. However, ABC's best estimate of the cost of cleanup is 20 million. Okay? Ang tanong, how will you recognize if there's a provision, how will you record the provision? Okay, ang unang tanong muna, is there provision? Check natin. Is there a present obligation? Yes, you were summoned by court. Okay, so dito, check. Is there a probable outflow? Okay, sabi nga sa problem, no, you have no other choice but to comply. Okay, so, ano bang inuutos ng court? You have to pay damages for environmental damage that you've done. Okay, can the amount of the damages to be paid reliably estimated? Yes, of course. What is the best estimate? Is it the 15 million? That's the chika only. Haka-haka. Tanong mo lang sa iba. Okay? So, siguro, the company has hired assessors or even their accountants to make a list of all the possible expenses na magaganap for restoring the environmental damage that they have done, restoring the previous beauty of the environment that they have damaged. Okay, ang na-estimate daw nila is 20 million. So this is check. Okay, so provision siya. It is a provision. Okay, guys, it is a provision. Check. Yan, provision siya. Hindi siya contingent liability. It's a provision. Now, because it is a provision, okay, the provision should be recorded, paano nga? Sabi, debit and expense, credit A, estimated liability account. So, let's do that. So, lagyan natin ang pangalan. Anong expense? Environmental cleanup, kasi paglilinisin. Cleanup expense. So, pwedeng ganyan yung expense account na pangalan mo para lang ma-identify mo siya sa financial statement. And, syempre, estimated liability for, di gaya mo na lang, environmental cleanup expense. O, di ba? Walang kahirap-hirap. Diyan, environmental cleanup expense in the amount of 20 million. Hindi po 15, kasi hindi 15 ang best estimate. Chika lang yon. 20 million is the best estimate provided by the company. Okay? Dali, di ba? Okay? So, ganun lang po yung problem na yon. Okay, next. We go for, in 20X1, ABC recalled a product due to a possible defect caused by malfunctioning factory equipment. Nag-recall ng product, ibig sabihin, nailabas na sa market, pero dahil na-discover nila may isa silang equipment na defective, pinababalik. Okay? So, pinare-recall, the products recalled will be repaired free of charge. Okay, so, syempre, yung mga ibang may nagmamay-ari na, for example, yung kotse, okay, may nagmay-ari na, nagamit na, pinabalik, pina-recall, siyempre yung may-ari sasabihin nila, demand na, ayusin mo yan, pero wala akong babayaran. O, comply naman si company, sige, free of charge, no problem. ABC is uncertain whether all products recalled will have the possible defect. Okay, so hindi daw siya sure kung lahat ay may defect from that malfunctioning factory equipment. However, the following estimate was made by the ABC's engineers and managerial accountants approved by the board of directors. So, there are experts called nag-provide ng following. So, binigyan ka ng 20 million repair cost. Ibig sabihin, ito yung talagang defective. Okay? Kasalanan ng malfunctioning equipment. Nandito din yung 15 million. Yan yung mga malalaki. Malalaki mo magagastos. So, ibig sabihin, siguro, nasira ang tambutso, or nasira ang brake, or may mali sa programming ng ng mismong tawag din, sa kotse, ganyan. And the probability na mangyayari or may incur nila yung gantong expenses, okay, you have, for 20 million, 5% yung probability may incur yan. You have 20% probability may incur ang 15, 30%, 35% may incur ang 10 million, and 40% may incur ang 5 million. Alin sa tatlong pinaka most probable? 40, okay? However, hindi mo pipiliin yung 40, syempre, kasi paano itong iba? You will not consider this. You will do yung ating napag-aralan na expected value approach when you are given probability. So, paano gagawin? You just multiply the repair cost by its probability. Okay, multiply mo lang. Then, you'll get the expected value. Okay? So, 20 million times 5%, it's 1 million. Okay? Ang ilalagay po ay 20 million times 0.05. Kasi percent yon, gawin mong decimal. Nag-business math kayo dati. Tandaan nyo yan. Okay? 15 million times 20%, you have 3 million. Next, you have 10 million times 35%, you have 3.5 million. And then you get the last one, 5 million times 40% is 2 million. Add mo lang itong apat, you'll get a total of 9.5 million. Okay? This is your expected value. This is the best estimate that you will use for the recognition of the provision. Ma'am, may provision ba? Okay, dapat pala yun ang unang tanong. Ma'am, may provision ba? Is there a present obligation? Yes. Kasi nakita nila yung possible defect. So, parang naging warranty na nila yun. Okay? So, there is. Now, is there a probable outflow? Siyempre, kasi pinare-recall na nila. So, most likely than not, there's an outflow of assets. Okay? Can it be reliably measured? Of course, given the experts you have asked for help has given you an estimate, okay, in probability. So, you just use expected value method. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, ito yung reliably measured. So, there is a provision. Now, let's journalize. Debit, sabi nga, mag-debit daw ng isang expense account. Pwedeng repairs and maintenance expense. Okay, pwedeng repair costs. Okay, depende yan sa iyo. So, debit, repairs, expense. Credit, estimated liability for repair expense. Ganyan lang. Estimated liability for repair expense. Repair expense. Chang, chang, chang. So, in the amount of, magkano? 2 million? 9.5 million. Ma'am, paano nakuha? Aray, debit ha? Debit, credit. Paano nakuha 9.5? You just get the expected value for each probabilities. Okay? So, yan. Then, that's problem, hindi ko na alam kung ano number. Okay, so, yan. Ay, ba't ko sinave? My goodness. New, don't save. Okay, let's go forward. We have in 20X1, a lawsuit was filed against ABC Co. for patent infringement. Yan, ang gaya. Okay, nanggaya siya. Patent infringement The plaintiff, ibig sabihin yun yung nagreklamo, is claiming 100 million in damages. ABC's legal counsel believes that it is probable that ABC will lose the lawsuit and pay damages of not less than 10 million, but not more than 100 million. The probability of any amount within the range is as likely as any other amount also within the range. The plaintiff has offered to settle the lawsuit out of court for 90 million, but ABC did not agree to the settlement. How much is the provision to be reported in the ABC's year-end financial statements? Okay, kinasuhan daw for patent infringement, and sure, probable, most likely than not, matatalo si ABC kasi siguro kitang-kitang in-infringe na talaga. Okay, so is there a present obligation? Yes, because you were called in court. So, yeah. Then, is there a probable outflow? Okay, yep. Probable outflow, yes, because more likely than not, matatalo ka. Okay, can it be reliably estimated? Okay, yes, of course. Kasi given ka ng estimate, okay, that is the midpoint. So, we will do the midpoint here. Sabi, it will pay damages of not less than 10 million. Ibig sabihin of not less than, hindi liliit sa 10 million at hindi lalabis ng 100 million. So, ganun lang. Okay, how do you get the midpoint again? Reviewing from our previous discussion, you get 10 million plus 100 million. You'll get divided by 2. So, yan. You'll get the midpoint of 55 million. This is the midpoint. Okay? Ma'am, bakit ginamit ang midpoint? Kasi sabi, the probability of any amount within the range is as likely as any other amount. Okay? Hanapin mo na lang gitna. The midpoint, 55. Okay? So, paano natin re-record siya? Kasi provision naman siya. So, debit and expense account. So, pwede kang gumamit ng probable loss on lawsuit o lawsuit expense. Pwede ganon. Okay? Credit, estimated liability for probable loss on lawsuit. Okay? Okay? Liability or for pending lawsuit. So, pwede yun. Pending lawsuit. In the amount of, magkano? 55 million. Okay? Again, debit, probable loss on lawsuit, credit, estimated liability on pending lawsuit. Ganun lang po, guys, ang midpoint. Okay? So, yon. Kulit ng aking pusa. Kinakalgal ako. Okay? Next. We have risk and uncertainties. Actually, this is mahaba yung problem, pero isa-isahin natin. Okay? First, we have an entity is the defendant. Ibig sabihin siya yung nirereklamo. In a patent infringement lawsuit, the entity's lawyers believe that there's a 30% chance that the court will dismiss the case. 30% chance na i-dismiss daw. 30% chance of dismissal, ibig sabihin hindi siya makakasuhan. So, kung 30% chance of dismissal, 70% chance na siya ay kakasuhan. Chance of losing, okay? The lawsuit. So, yan. Okay? So, na-set up na naman. Paano na ko yung 70%? The 100 minus 30%. So, you have 70%. Okay? Will dismiss a case, an entity will incur no outflow of economic benefits. However, if the court rules in favor of the claimant, the lawyers believe that there's a 20% chance that the entity will be required. In favor of the claimant daw, ibig sabihin, 20% daw yung chance. So, probabilities again. Chance na magbayad siya ng 200,000 pesos. Okay? Kung matatalo daw sa kaso si defendant, 20% chance magbayad siya ng 200,000 and 80% chance na siya ay magbayad ng 100,000 in damages. Okay? Other outcomes are unlikely. So, hindi na binanggit yung ibang outcomes. The court is expected to rule in late December 20X2. So, next year pa. There is no indication that the claimant will settle out of court. So, walang mangyayaring aregluhan. So, talagang tuloy ang kaso. A 7% risk adjustment factor. So, napag-aralan natin yung risk adjustment factor. Ano ba ito uli? This is actually adjustment for imprecision or uncertainties. Okay, so, yan. Next, to the probability weighted expected cash flow is considered appropriate to reflect the uncertainties. Yan. An appropriate discount rate, ang daming given, di ba? 10% discount rate. Okay? Ma'am, bakit may discount rate? Ibig sabihin, gagamit ka na present value per year. Okay, let's solve this. Compute for the provision for lawsuit at December 31, 20x1. Let's compute. Okay, can we do, may provision to, syempre, kasi nasa korte ka na. And it is probable, ma'am, paano mo nasabing it is probable na magkakaroon ka ng outflow? You can see it here. Look, 70% chance of losing. More likely than not, matatalo ka. Okay, may 30% chance of dismissal. Oo nga, ay di tingnan mo nga, ari nga tingnan mo, yung 70% na chance na matatalo ka. So, there's probable of outflow, and then, can you reliably measure? Yes. You were given probability, so you can do the expected value method. Okay, so, first, we get the amount. Yung amount muna, the expected values. So, 20%, times 200,000, you get 40,000, and then you get 80%. So this is actually combination of expected value, risk adjustment, and present value. 80%, 100,000, you get 80,000. Okay? Then you have total expected value of 120,000. Ngayon, you have to consider time value of money. Why? Because next year pa siya magde-decide. Ibig sabihin, lilipas ang panahon. So, you really have to consider time value of money. Luckily, we were given a discount rate. However, we were not given a present value factor. Okay? So, ma'am, ano yung kukumputin natin? Yes, of course, we will compute the present value factor of 1. So, this is PV of 1 only. Of 1 only. Why? Because, one-time payment lang naman siya. Okay? We will not be using PV of OA, ordinary annuity, because hindi naman siya repetitive payments. This is only for one-time payment. Kaya PV of 1. Do you remember how to get the present value of 1? Okay, so you just 1 plus the discount rate, okay, discount rate percentage, okay, raised to negative n. Ma'am, ano yung n? Number of years. Okay, so in this problem, we are given 1 plus discount rate na 10, okay, 0.10, kasi tatanggalin natin siya in percentage, gagawin natin siya in decimal form, 0.10 again, and then negative 1. Ma'am, bakit negative 1 lang? Kasi next year naman may decision na. So, 1 year lang talaga yung lilipas. Okay, so again, we multiply it by the PV of 1. 1, okay, at 10%. Okay? So, ang lalabas, if you make pindot-pindot on your calculator, 0.90909. Okay, so yan. Okay, yan yung lalabas. So, you just multiply it, you'll get 1,0,9,0,9,1. Okay, so that's our adjustment for present value. Now, remember, you were given a 77% risk adjustment factor for uncertainties kasi hindi ka naman talaga sure. Buti nga nagbigay ng 7% risk adjustment factor. So, how do you do this? So, you just add 100. This is the shortcut. You just add 100%. So, ibig sabihin yung buong ito, this is your discounted. Okay? Discounted expected value. Okay, yung buong yan plus 7% risk adjustment factor. So, ibig sabihin, i-multiply mo si 1,09091 sa 107% or 1.07. Okay? Para naidagdag mo na yung risk-adjusted factor. Pandagdag sa mga hindi ka sure. Okay, uncertainties. At least may palabis ka na kaysa sa wala. Okay? So, 109,091 will get 1, 1, 6, 7, 2, 7. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay. Ma'am, tapos na? Siyempre, hindi pa. Hindi pa nagtatapos dyan. Why? You have to consider this. This one. 70% chance probability of settlement. Okay? 70% chance lang naman na ikaw ay matatalo. Okay, so, okay, let's look. Probability. Oh, where's my mouse? I can't find it. Yan. Probability of settlement. Itong buong ito, okay, itong buong to, 70% lang naman na yung probability na makakasuhan ako. Okay, so you multiply it by 70% or yung 100 minus 30% chance. Okay, so 70% you'll get 81. 81709. Okay, so that is the amount that we will recognize as provision. Again, take note of this. First, you got the expected value. You answered for, nasan ba mouse ko? Why? Bakit nawawala? Although, kita nyo siya kasi merong yellow. Pag ni-render ko to, may yellow kasi. Pero, dito sa akin screen, wala pa siyang yellow eh. So, you got the expected value. You adjusted for present value. You discounted for present value. You considered the risk adjustment factor by adding the 7%. Okay, and then, you adjusted for the probability of settlement. Remember these three. If you were given the details regarding that. Okay, so ito, 81709, how do we record? It's debit, probable loss on lawsuit, yung kagaya na kanina, 81709, and then estimated liability on probable lawsuits. Okay, so yon. So we look at anong sunod? Yung parang sunod na case. Same problem. The facts are the same as in the immediately preceding illustration. However, in this question, because of extremely rare circumstances, disclosure of some of the information about the case required by past 37 can be expected to prejudice seriously the position of the entity in the dispute over the alleged breach of patent. How should the entity account for the transaction described in the preceding illustration? Okay, so ang ano daw is magkakaroon daw extremely rare circumstances, disclosure of some of the information can be expected to prejudice seriously the position of the entity. Ibig sabihin, pag nilagay sa FS, kung bakit siya kinasuhan, maapektuhan yung pinaka company itself. Siyempre, basta sa mga image, okay? Wala tayong magagawa. The answer should be, should the entity account for the transaction? The same. Provision pa rin, but you have to disclose. Okay? Nalagay ko. Provision pa rin siya with disclosure. Okay? With disclosure of the general nature of the dispute. Okay? And the fact and the reason why the information has not been disclosed. Ibig sabihin, kung may secret ingredient ka, kagaya ng pinaka-iingat-ingatan ni Mr. Krabs sa SpongeBob SquarePants, at ayaw mong i-disclose na yun yung pinag-awayan nila, okay? Lagay mo lang yung recognize the provision, mag-disclose ka nung nature ng lawsuit, bakit kinasuhan, so it's a pending lawsuit, and the reason why you did not disclose the information, yung specific information. For example, it's the well-kept secret of Coca-Cola. So, mga ganun. Okay, so, for strategic secrets of the company, char. So, mga ganun. Okay? Yan. So, next. Ay, meron pa pala. The facts are the same, sorry. The facts are the same in the previous illustration. However, in this question, the entity's lawyers believe there is a 60% chance that the court will dismiss the case and the entity will incur node outflow. Okay. 60% chance daw. Chance of dismissal. Yan, nagbago daw. Kunwari daw, nagbago. So, ibig sabihin, kung 60% chance of dismissal, 40% na lang yung chance na matatalo sila of losing. Okay? So, kung 40% na lang, so tingnan natin. Let's check. Present obligation, meron ba? Yes. Hindi nagbabago, kinasama pa rin siya. Outflow, probable. Probable outflow, pares pa lang POPO. Okay? Probable outflow. More likely than not? More likely than not? More likely than not? Siyempre, no. Okay? Sabi natin, more likely than not is 50% or more. Okay? Or more. More likely than not eh. Hindi nga 50-50 kasi 50-50 you are assuring na meron pa. Okay? So, next, candy outflow. Tinuloy lang natin pero dito dapat sala na eh. Okay? Outflow measured reliably. Yan. Okay, so this is, yes, of course. So, provision. Provision ba siya, guys? Provision? No. It's a contingent asset. Contingent asset. Contingent liability. Ma'am, ba't naging liability? Ikaw kasi yung magbabayad. Okay? Ay, sorry. Ikaw kasi yung dito. Dapat pala nandini. Yan. Oo nga, tama. Dapat pala hindi ko na sorry, guys. Okay, contingent liability siya because ikaw yung may obligasyon magbayad eh. So, ibig sabihin may utang ka. So, yun. Kaya siya, contingent liability. You have to be careful ha. Baka mamaya contingent ka ng contingent liability. Yung pala ay asset. Okay? Next. Ma'am, ilang paga po? 2 na lang. If I am not mistaken. 3 pa pala. Kaya natin yan. Okay? Next. ABC Co. is engaged in logistics services. During the year, a warehouse was destroyed by fire. Oh my God. It was estimated that ABC will probably pay around 50 million in damages caused to the goods owned by the customers that were contained in the destroyed warehouse. So, nagpapa-warehouse siya. And siguro dahil logistics siya, nandun pa yung yung in transit pa lang, okay, the contents of the warehouse of any given point of time are insured for 20 million. So, may insurance siya. Yay! ABC's claims for the insurance has been approved by the insurance company. Okay? Una, is there a present obligation? Yes, of course. Okay, next, is there a probable outflow? Yes, of course, kasi babayaran daw siya. Can it be reliably measured? Yes, of course. Okay? Ngayon, ang tanong, is it an asset or a liability? Is it an asset or a liability? Yung i-record mo. Sino ba magbabayad? Ikaw ba magbabayad dun sa mga sa mga customers na nasunugan? Ikaw? Di ba may insurance? So, ibig sabihin, ang magbabayad, insurance provider. Okay? Wala kang gagastusin ni Cinco kasi nagbabayad ka kay insurance ng premiums eh. So, siya yung magbabayad. May third party. This is the reimbursement asset na tinatawag. Okay? Reimbursement asset. Okay? So, pag ganyan, may reimbursement asset ka, may asset ka. Ang tanong, is it a contingent asset or not? Ibig sabihin, kulang ang tanong natin. Dapat, tinanong din natin if, is it virtually certain? Okay? Dapat kasi simula pa lang tinanong na natin, is it an asset or a liability? Is it virtually certain na there will be a probable inflow? Okay? Dapat ito yung probable inflow. Okay? Masyado tayo na-excite. Probable inflow. Yes, of course. Virtually certain, 100% sure na may inflow. Of course, na-approve na daw ni insurance. Okay, ibig sabihin, is it a contingent asset? Contingent asset or an asset lang? Siyempre, dahil virtually certain, it is an asset. Okay, so how do we record it? Siyempre, nakita na natin kanina, yung insurance claims. insurance claims receivable. Okay? Bakit? May matatanggap ka, approve na eh. And then credit, gain on insurance. Bakit nagka-gain on insurance ka? Kasi hindi ikaw yung magbabayad. Si insurance yung magbabayad worth 20 million. Okay? Ma'am, paano pa din nagiging gain? Kunwari, every year nagbabayad ka ng, let's say, for example, for a 20 million insurance sa warehouse, nagbabayad ka ng siguro mga 50,000 a year. Okay, so 50,000 a year, hindi maliit. Siguro 100,000 a year. Okay, so kunwari, 2 years ka pala nagbabayad ng insurance mo, tapos biglang nasunugan ka, wala kang pambayad, naalala mo may insurance ka, pumunta ka sa insurance provider mo, sabi mo, oy, nasunugan ako, fortuitous event yon. So, pasok yun dun sa aking, sa mga causes na pwedeng mag-claim ako for insurance. Pumayag naman sila, approve, virtually certain. So, although nababayad mo pa lang is dahil 2 taon, 200,000, si insurance company, 20 million agad ang ilalabas niyang pera para sa iyo. Di ba? That's a gain. Kaya masaya magkaroon ng insurance. Hindi dahil, stop the notion, the old traditional notion that when you have an insurance is mamamatay ka na agad. No. Para sure na meron kang mahuhugod when you have an insurance. Okay? So, ganyan lang po siya. Okay? Ma'am, will we not record yung na-loss? Yung na mga nasunog, syempre record mo din. Okay? Loss on fire. Kasi loss siya eh. So, naka-debit, loss on fire, and then estimated liability for casualties. Liab for casualties, magkano? Can you measure it? 50 million. Okay? So, yan. 50 million. Dapat daw kasi ang babayaran mo is 50 million pero may galing ka na sa insurance na 20 million. Magkano na lang yung sa sariling bulsa? 30 million na lang. At least, malaking bagay kaya yung 20 million. Okay? So, yan. Yan po. Ano ang sunod natin? Sorry, naglag. Okay, next we have deductible clause. Okay, ano yung deductible clause? Yung sunod na problem. On January 1, 20X2, an explosion occurred at ABC Coast plant, causing extensive property damage to area buildings. Although no claims had yet been asserted against ABC as of March 10, 20X2, ABC's management and counsel concluded that it is likely that the claims will be asserted that it is probable that ABC will be held responsible for damages. ABC's 5 million comprehensive public liability has a 250 deductible clause. ABC estimates an outflow of... Ano ba tanong? Tanong is, how should the event above be reported in ABC's December 31, 20X1? Sige nga, sinagutan mo yan. Ang tanong is, December 31, 20X1. FS. Kailan nangyari sunog? January 1, 20X2. Girl, hindi pa nga nangyayari. Okay, ang tanong is ito, hindi pa nangyayari. Yung sunog, ay ano i-record mo? It's not yet happening. Are you, a clairvoyant para malaman mo na, ay, magkakasunog on January 1 the next day? Diba hindi? So, syempre, walang provision. Okay? Walang provision. No provision, of course. No provision. No provision. Okay, so yeah. No provision. Yep, no provision. Ay. Okay. So, yan. Next. Yung sunod na problem, yun yung totoo. Okay, yung on December 31, 20X1, an explosion occurred at ABC Coast plant causing extents. Yan na. Syempre may re-record ka na dito, girl. Okay? No claims had yet been asserted against ABC as of March 10, so wala pa nagre-reklamo. ABC's management and counsel concluded that it is likely that the claims will be asserted and that it is probable that ABC will be held responsible for damages. So, ibig sabihin, may present obligation, may probable outflow, yes, check. Can it be reliably measured? Tingnan natin. ABC's 5 million comprehensive public liability policy has a 250 deductible clause. ABC estimates an outflow equal to its net liability on the comprehensive public liability policy. ABC's financial statements are authorized for issue. Okay? So, syempre girl, dahil deductible clause na siya, okay, ibig sabihin, covered na nung comprehensive insurance policy until the extent of 250,000. Okay, you can still measure it. Okay, given naman, you have a deductible clause na 250,000. Okay, that's the purpose of the, di ba nabanggit natin yung deductible clause sa discussion. Okay, so if there's a comprehensive policy regarding, syempre, yung mga accidents or mga contingencies na cover na niya, pero 250,000 is hindi siya cover or deductible clause siya. Okay? So, this will be your provision. Yan. This is the amount of the provision. This is your expected outflow. Okay? So, 250. So, yun lang. Diba? Okay? Clear? Clear tayo doon? Ganun lang. Nilito ko lang kayo dun sa isang problem. Okay. Next. Yan. Medyo mahaba. Isa-isahin natin. Kasi madaming tanong. 20x1, ABC co-recognized provision for a probable loss on pending lawsuit of 500,000. O, sinabi na, nag-recognize daw. How do you get the entry of 20x1? So, no 20x1, ang debit niya is probable loss on lawsuit. Okay? Lawsuit at 500,000. Okay? Next, we have estimated liability kasi provision, estimated liab on pending lawsuit. So, yan yung name at 500,000. Okay? So, that's for 20x1. So, let's read for 20x2 kasi meron dyan details. The lawsuit remains unsettled in 20x2, hindi pa nababayaran, necessitating a reassessment of the provision. Ibig sabihin, titingnan nila if 500,000 pa rin as na-determine ang probable loss on pending lawsuit based on factors is naging 700,000. Kulang ba yung estimate natin ng 20x1? Syempre kulang kasi na-estimate mo lang is 500,000. So, anong gagawin? Dagdagan mo, debit, probable loss on lawsuit. Magkano? Magkano kulang? 500 minus 700. 200,000. Okay? And then, estimated liability on pending lawsuit. Sorry. So, ganyan na lang. Debit, credit, 200,000. Okay? Next, we go to assumption. Yung unang assumption, we have the lawsuit was settled for 850 noong 20x3. So, kunwari daw, nabayaran, okay, ang naibayad ay 850,000. Magkano yung iyong provision for that? 700,000 lang. Ibig sabihin kulang. So, how do you do that? I-close mo na yung estimated liability account kasi wala na, ubos na yung laman niya. Okay, on pending lawsuit. Ubos na ang laman yan. Okay, at 700,000. Okay, lahat na, buo na. Bakit? 850, kulang pa nga eh. Magkano kulang? 850 minus 700. Magkano kulang? 150. So, yung 150 na yon, ilagay mo na siya sa loss on lawsuit. Ma'am, ba't nawala na yung probable loss? Bakit? Kasi nagbayad ka na. So, ibig sabihin, sure naman ang loss mo na yan. 150,000. And then you credit cash kasi cash yung ibinayad mo. 850,000. So, ganyan po. Okay? So, inhale, exhale. Okay? So, next. Oy, hanggang doon na lang pala ang aking papel. Kung ito'y blackboard, kulang. Okay? Paano daw kung yung lawsuit, disregarding yung unang assumption daw is nabayaran na 600,000. Magkano yung provision mo? 700,000. Okay? Ito. 700,000 lang yung provision mo. 600,000 lang yung nabayad mo. Ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ka ng sobra. So, syempre, i-close mo yung estimated liability on pending lawsuit account, okay, at 700,000. Ma'am, 600 lang binayaran. Tayo muna. Wait lang. Then, credit cash. Magkano binayad mo? 600,000. And then, you credit. Anong credit? Ano nangyari? Nagkaroon ka ng gain. Gain on settlement of provision. So, lagyan mo kasi marami kang gains nung taon na yon. So, para sure gain on settlement of provision. Sorry, hindi na talaga siya kasha. 100,000. Okay, kasi 700,000 yung estimated mo, naging 600 na lang. Ibig sabihin, meron kang gain na 100,000. Okay, that's for the second assumption. Okay, the third one, you disregard daw yung mga ibang assumptions. Okay, yung third one is, in 20X3, ABC won the lawsuit. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang babayaran. Nag-provision pa siya, nanalo din naman pala siya eh. None was paid on the settlement. The entry to record the settlement is, pag siya'y nanalo, pero nagkaroon siya ng provision, okay, close mo lang yung estimated liability on provision account. Okay, that's 700,000. Close mo lang yan And then, syempre, meron kang gain. Gain on reversal of provision. Ma'am, kahit parang wala nangyari, syempre, recognize mo, nanalo ka sa kaso. Okay, that's gain on reversal of provision. So, meron ba akong binago nung simulat sa poll? Di ba wala? Nagdagdag lang tayo, nagbawas lang tayo. This is what you call prospective. Okay? Kasi sabi sa theories natin, any changes in the provision is dealt with prospectively and not retrospectively. So, yun lang guys. I think that covers everything that needs to be covered for provisions. Okay? So, if you have questions, you may ask me. Okay? So, yun lang. See you sa activities natin for provisions, contingent liability, and contingent asset. Bye-bye!